Hey guys, it's Dawn here, and today I want to introduce Jura, my new Sherman Max. This was a completely impromptu, unscheduled thing. I was supposed to wait till next year for EX20S version 2 or version 3 to come out before I got my next wheel, but all of a sudden, yesterday morning, I woke up at 4 a.m. from in a total panic. Some dream I had that said that I needed a long-range wheel now, and then I pull up my phone and I'm looking, and there's all this Sherman Max posts, people getting their Sherman Maxes, and I don't know, it seemed like it was a sign. And then I started obsessing. So then half of me was starting to research on what to do. And then the other half of me was trying to talk myself back down. Talking myself back down has never really worked for me in the past. And it didn't work for me here either, because before I knew it, I had decided to get the Sherman Max. I emailed Jason at eWheels. Then I was like, why isn't he answering me? He finally answered me, and I was able to pay him. And then he said, well, can you get to the warehouse before 4:30? And I said, yes, I can. So I hopped in a car, got over there, picked him up. I also got all the accessories that goes with him. Jason recommended it. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. I got the fast charger, the fender, the seat. Was that it? Fast charger, fender, and seat. I guess so. I got those from Jason, but I can only pick him up and the wrist guards at the warehouse in Compton, which is super scary. And that was the other thing. I was like, I don't want to go to Compton, and it's scary. I was like, I'll just have them ship. And then he said, well, can you get there by 4:30? And I was like, yeah. I'm so weird. So anyways, before I knew it, I was driving down to Compton. So I ordered that. I was going back and forth between the Commander and the Sherman Max. The Commander is like a Bigode wheel, and all my other wheels are Bigode wheels. My MCM5 V2 and my RS HT, and drill goes right here. That's why I keep pointing to him. Can I do it like this? Oh, maybe I gotta do it like this. Okay, so what was I saying? So I like Bigode wheels. That's what I know, and I like to stick with what I know. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get the Commander. But the Commander, is it a V1? I don't like buying a version 1s of anything. It has overheat issues, and even if it didn't have overheat issues, it would still be having running hot issues, and electronics don't like to run hot. They like to run cool. So I was like, that's kind of a red flag. So then I was like, okay, Sherman Max, the good thing about Sherman Max is that if this is considered another version of the original Sherman, then what version will be on now? Like 6 or 7? So it's been going through revisions. They've been working out the kinks. It has a better rim. It's a much stronger rim. Jason says they haven't had any issues with these new rims, and they've sent out, I don't remember what he said, like a gazillion of them. Jason, they put in these new battery packs, and I don't know. It just seems like this is a solid, and I want solid, and I need solid and reliable for my long range wheel, because I will be out in the middle of who knows where. So I've decided that I figured out that I am not a racer, not a jumper, I'm not a stunner, I'm not a tourer. I am an explorer. I like to learn things, and I get curious, and I'll be riding down one path and then look and see, oh, what's over there? And then I'll go over there. And then before I know it, I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I? And how do I get home? And like all that. So, and I usually end up far away somehow. So that's why I need long range, and I need reliability. So those are my key features that I need. I like the tire that they sent. I like knobbies, and also that goes with being an explorer. I want to be able to hop onto anything and be able to explore and be okay and not be limited by a street tire. Although street tires are perfectly capable in the right hands, but I am not a right hand yet. I am a newbie and I am gimpy. So knobby, perfectly fine. I love it. I don't like roll cages. I'm looking at the design of this, and I just see this as being more problem than it's worth. If you look at crash photos of Shermans and how this roll cage gets dented up and damaged, and how much is it to replace this roll cage, and this roll cage is being surrounded by plastic tabs. The metal impact forces is going to hit this metal. It's going to transfer those impact forces directly to these plastic tabs and shatter them. I don't know. I'm very not happy with the roll cage. I just think that overall, my utility frame is better, where it's designed to absorb shock. Shock absorption. Where is the shock absorption in this? If you don't have shock absorption, you leave the batteries and delicate wiring to take the shock. Shock has to go somewhere. So I would rather have my utility frame that can absorb shock and eat it up before it can reach, rather than metal that just kind of transfers energy. Anyways, I would prefer the Commander that has no roll bar and put my own utility frame on it. As it is, I think if I put my utility frame over this, people are going to just say it's completely ridiculous. What, you're going to have, one cage over another cage, and then I have to try and explain, no, it's a utility frame, not a roll cage, and it's going to be too ridiculous. I don't know, but that's how I feel. Marty is Electric Unicycles on YouTube, and he makes awesome videos. He also got a Sherman Max, and that will be his third Sherman, I believe. He already has a video out for how to set up the original Sherman, and I use that video to set up my Sherman Max, so use that video. It's awesome. It works great. And also he has a video on how he set up his Sherman Max, and that's great too. So, check him out on his channel, Electric Unicycles. I also used his link to buy my Sherman Max because he's helped me out tremendously, and I think it helps him. I don't know. I hope it helps. But if it helps, then it's there. I did tell Jason that I was like, okay, all these people, Melody and Brandon, Marty, they're all sending me over to you. I don't know if that helped, but I did it. So anyways, he has a great light, but there are better lights, and Marty said to loosen up the with a 5mm Allen hex key on either side right over here, and I did that, and now I can adjust him on the fly, point him down, point him up. Is that the range of his adjustability? I don't know. But anyways, you can put more stuff on here. Just make sure that anything that you put on this is on loose and it's not too pointy. If it's pointy, it's going to amplify that and damage the roll cage. If it's too tight, it'll damage. So if you have it at least to where it's not on tight and it can move away on impact, that might help. But really, I don't know. People think that metal is so great, but if it doesn't absorb impact forces, it's not that great. Metal will get dented. Metal will transfer forces. So anyways, I need to stop, but it is something really, really bothering. It has a nice trolley handle up here. He is designed differently at the bottom, so I need to make a new, he has a different width, and he has a peak at the bottom, and the roll cage comes to a peak at the bottom, and so right now he is on that peak, so he is unstable, which is why I have this. This is what I use to help me roll onto here. So I just flip it over this way to roll onto the ramp, and then I can also shove this in here and so that he can rest against it. That's what he did last night. That's how he slept. He got to be on the only stand I got, my only wooden stand. I gotta make another one and make it for his size and dimensions. So, why did I choose him? For the extra range, for the reliability, and he has a better rim. So the EX20S, I don't like those designs, those naked body designs where it's a metal, big metal sleeves that the, hold on, come back, big, why are you just giving me problems right now? Big metal sleeves, battery slides in and the metal contains the fire but not on the ends, and so then it becomes flamethrowers and all that. The metal, once again, doesn't absorb impact forces. It's just going to transfer those impact forces directly onto the body, onto the batteries. Not good in my opinion, not a good design. So also they are over 100 pounds. I don't want, that's heavy. This one's already 89 pounds. Commander's 80 pounds, so that was attractive. 100 pounds, I don't know. I can probably do it, just like I can probably learn to ride him, this extra, poundage over Drogo over there, but still, in after the EX20 and the Master, after them, in maybe next year or two or more, I don't know, battery technology is going to improve. They're going to have smaller and lighter batteries. They're going to have smaller and lighter wheels that have the same range or exceed this range and exceed. So I'm kind of holding out for that. And in the meantime, the 89 pounds, I think right now I'm setting that as the weight limit. That one, I don't really want to wrestle something over 100 pounds for right now. And I wouldn't be buying it until version 2 or 3 anyway, so that's still like a year or so away. So I still have a ton of time to fill in the gap. And I just don't know if I want to miss a year or so of group rides. All the group rides here are all long distance. Well, not maybe all, but all I've seen recently. So, so that is why now, just get this one. Doesn't have suspension. I really wanted I've wanted a suspension wheel from the beginning. Suspension makes sense, but the suspension is still version 2's. They're still using kind of cheapo suspensions. You can improve on it by doing aftermarket and stuff like that, but that's still something you gotta do. Suspension will improve, and on a wheel that I'm not going to be jumping or doing crazy off-road with, suspension is not that important. I can still get by just fine without suspension for now, and wait for suspension later on. So Sherman Max seems to be the good. It has a much better display. The Commander has the same display, that little teeny tiny red LCD display, as Drogo, which is horrid, absolutely useless. And Commander has that, so it's like, this has a much nicer, different display. And I like this display so far. I don't know about looking down. Like, you have to tilt your head all the way down to see. And then, I don't know about that. I'm still going to rely on my watch. A watch or a phone on your arm is still going to be way better. I do need to learn seated riding. So that was another thing. So I got the seat. I'll have to learn that, because to go 80 miles, that 80-mile ride, I had to do all that standing, and I was very jealous about the seated riding. So I'm going to have to learn some seated if I'm going to save my legs for those long distance stuff. Why else did I there were other reasons why I chose him. I don't know. He seems to be a really solid all around. So the only thing that I don't like about him is that there is absolutely no room up here for me to attach anything onto. Yeah, he has a roll cage, but it's not like my utility frame where I can actually attach a bag and stuff like that onto him. And there is like no no room for anything. I don't like that. Don't like the roll cage itself. Don't like that. I don't know. Okay, and here's the other thing I don't really like, and I don't know why he does this. If you remember in my cutout video with Drogo, it was hard for me to get him to cut out. It was almost like I get to 80% and he worked with me to try to not cut out. And I'm over here like actually pulling on him, like yanking him forward. And he was like, no, I'm trying to save your life here. What are you doing? This guy is different. Oh, another thing I don't like about him, I'm over here leading my arm like this. It's so easy to hit this button, this power button accidentally. The button is right here. Whoa. Okay. It is so easy to hit that accidentally and have him turn on. I don't like that at all. All right, trying to get him to stop here. Okay, so first thing I did with him, right out of the box he had 45 PSI, so I dropped that down. I have him at 38 right now, which I know a lot of people are going to tell me that's wrong. I should lower it down even further, but I'm just going to try that for right now. All right, what am I doing? Oh, so I checked his PSI. I checked him all over. I sat down and read the manual, and then I set his PWM. I checked it out, and also I wanted to see how he works. What his personality is like. So I put him on the stand and then I start doing these tests. When he starts beeping, that is going to be the 80% PWM beep. And then I'm going to try not to have him cut out. And it's going to be hard. See, with Drogo, I can modulate him to where he only beeps once, and just like teeter right before the. This one is much harder to do that. All right, now watch. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit closer to cut out. Do you see that boom, 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 boom? That's not me. I'm trying to hold him steady and I'm trying to calm him down. He's the one doing that boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'll go ahead and let him cut out. That's him pulling forward. I don't know why he's pulling forward like that. And that concerns me. Now, it could just be because he is teetering on the stand on his roll cage, the peak on the roll cage. It could just be that he's teetering on there, and it's just the torque and the power at those speeds that's making him tilt forward. But I almost said I'll have to see when I'm on him, but that's scary. He is like, I'm holding him and he is pulling tight to go down. With Drogo, once he started beeping, he almost like wanted to go back. Like, it wasn't a tilt back, but it's just to feel like, with him. Now maybe he just needs, I don't know. I just need to ride him and see, but I can't ride him until I get the pads on him because he's so slippery right now. I have nothing to grip onto. I need pads on him. I need the spike pedals and all that. So I need to get him set up before I can ride him. So it won't be for a few days. But so, and I need to wrap my mind about his personality and his behavior so that I am prepared and I don't, anyway. So there you go. Introduction to Jorah. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me today. And wish me luck. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.